Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Do I have a... What are you doing in that cart, you little furball? I've never seen... Yeah, you better get out of there. I've never seen it do that before. Now then, what was I saying? Welcome back to the channel. In today's Skyrim mod showcase on the PS4, we're going to be taking a look at a Daedric Armor replacer that's been ported to PlayStation called XYN'S REWORKED Daedric Armors 1K. Most likely not saying the mod author's name correctly. I apologize if that's the case, but it will be in the video's title. In any case, this mod has been ported to PlayStation by Mod Author KOVAC64 and was originally created by the Mod Author Xynra21, and it is a replacer for Daedric Armors in the game. Now important, if you happen to have another replacer currently in the load order, like for example, I have the mod Spice Gear, which makes changes to some of the female armors in game, including the Daedric Armor, then you need to make certain that this mod is placed after it in the load order so that it takes priority and overwrites the changes that Spice Gear, or whatever you would be using, would make to that particular armor, at least in regards to it being worn by a female character, in which case Lydia is going to be showcasing the armor for us today. So, with that said, let's see how to find today's showcased mod. So in order to find this mod, you want to bring up your search function with L1, and then type in Xynra Daedric to the search bar. That should get two versions of the mod to come up. There is a PS4 version available, as well there is a PS5 version available, so please make certain to pick the version of the mod that matches your game version for the textures to display properly. The name of the mod is XYN'S REWORKED Daedric Armors 1K PS4. This mod was ported to PlayStation by Mod Author KOVAC64 and was originally created by the Mod Author Xynra21. There's a link to the Nexus as well as the permissions provided. The permissions are in the images. The mod description in part reads, this mod will replace vanilla Daedric Armor and also adds 4 new variations of Daedric Armors with elements Flame, Frost, Lightning, and Wind. All variants have the same base stats as vanilla Daedric Armor. Crafting method for the Elemental Daedric variants is done on any smithing forge. The materials for making Elemental Daedric variants differ depending on the element. Please, as always, make certain to read the mod description in its entirety before choosing to download and install this or any other mod. So, with the mod enabled, you want to make your way to any crafting forge. Now, whether you intend to make the Elemental Armor or just the vanilla, you will still require the vanilla to make the Elemental. So go ahead and access the crafting forge. And then you want to head over to the Daedric section. And right here, this of course is the normal vanilla armor that's in game. This is the one that the NPCs will be wearing, but it does have a modded look to it. And I've already crafted these in running tests, but I'm going to craft another one. But for you, depending if you want to make multiple different of the elemental armors, then make certain to craft multiple of this armor as it's required to actually make those. So however many you need, make certain that you have these right here before attempting to craft your elemental version. Okay, now to craft the elemental version, again, access the forge. If using the mod Separated Vanilla Crafting Menu by Mod Author Xynra21, make certain to pick the right hand side option at the forge so that you can access the modded content. And once you have, once again, scroll over to the Daedric section, and you'll find that these are the new elemental versions of the armor here. So you can see we have a flame armor and then the different pieces to it. Then we also have frost, lightning, and then finally wind. So I am going to go ahead and craft one of each of these. Now keep in mind that these elemental armors do have a requirement besides the vanilla version of Daedric Armor. They have an additional requirement of the element, so like the fire salts that you see here for the flame one. But in any case, I'm going to get these all crafted, outfit them on Lydia, and then we'll take a look at them. Hopefully my footage does not record error. I apologize if it does. I don't think I remembered to mention that earlier on because I got distracted by that cat. Also, something else I think I just recalled I forgot to mention was that this armor was originally showcased on the YouTube channel, the Stoners Roundtable podcast, so I wanted to give credit to James Emerson for the original showcase. Back with you guys in just a little bit.
You lead, I'll follow.
Okay, so first up, this is what would originally have been the vanilla version of the Daedric Armor in-game. And as you can see with the mod active, it has this really cool flame effect that has been applied to it. Looks absolutely fantastic, much better in my opinion than just the vanilla version of the Daedric Armor. This is armor I do believe that the NPCs would be wearing in-game when you see them, that this is a replacer version. This of course the way that it looks on a female character, Lydia, in this example. And the male variant would then of course have these same effects that is on it. And just overall, the armor looks absolutely fantastic, and besides the cool effects on the armor itself, it also has it applied here you can see to the shield, so that's a really nice touch. Now I did try it on, she's not wearing it right now here on the back, but she did have a sword back there, but she equipped the shield instead, but I did not see the effects on the sword, so I don't think they apply to that. But in any case, this is an absolutely fantastic looking set of armor, and it just gets better from here, as next up we'll be taking a look at the elemental versions, starting with the fire elemental version.
You lead, I'll follow.
Okay, so these are the new versions of the armors that have been added by the mod, this of course being the fire element version, and this looks absolutely fantastic. As you can see, really amazing looking flame effects on it. And so I don't know though, I do need to say that if you have a mod that changes the flame effects in your game, I don't know if it would apply to this and change how this looks or not. I currently do have a kitty tail mod active. I don't know if it's applying to this or not, but it looks absolutely fantastic. Even here on the shield you can see, looks absolutely fantastic. And then here is a look at the back of the armor. You can see that the flames are running up and then kind of like down her back there, and then there on her feet. But yeah, this is an absolute showstopper piece of armor. I mean, it looked amazing before with the replacer, but this one just blows it out of the water with these flame effects. So absolutely fantastic, and it's going to just keep getting better from here. So next up, let me go ahead and outfit her in the next next set of armor, and I'll be back with you guys in a couple of minutes.
You lead, I'll follow.
So here is what the Frost Elemental Armor looks like on Lydia. And this again looks absolutely fantastic, really nice effects. You can see really neat effects applied to the boots there as well. Truly fantastic looking. Then here is the way that the shield looks. You can see really neat looking frost effect applied to that. And then like we saw with the flames, kind of running up and then also down her back there. And then again, here's a look at the back with the boots there. Again, I really like the effects on that, and the gauntlets there too. Looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that is the Frost Elemental Armor. Next up will be the Lightning. Be back with you guys in a couple more minutes.
You lead, I'll follow.
So next up here is a look at the Elemental Lightning Armor. And this Daedric Armor looks absolutely fantastic, really powerful. Really like the look of the effects there on the boots, and then as it's running up her chest here and her eyes, that looks absolutely fantastic. Also that there on her shoulders. Then here is the way that the shield looks. And coming around to the back, you can see again running up and down her back there. Really cool looking. And the back of the boots. It looks cool running on her gauntlet right there too. Like that. Especially the eyes though. Looks absolutely fantastic. Really, the mod author, the original author that made these, really outdid themselves. All these pieces looked absolutely amazing. So we have one more armor to take a look at, which is the wind armor. I'll get her outfitted. Be back with you shortly.
You lead, I'll follow.
So here is the final armor that we'll be taking a look at today. This is the Wind Elemental Armor. As you can see, it's got kind of like this green tint to it, which is unique. Also maybe a little bit of a different look to the feet there on the effects, and I absolutely love the look of the eyes here. Absolutely love that. I think that might be similar to the flame one. Don't remember. The case here is a look at the shield, and coming around over here to the back. This is the way that it looks, kind of running up and down her back there. And then that is the way that the gauntlets look. And yeah, my favorite part of this one is definitely the way the eyes look on it. Looks absolutely fantastic. Now real quick, let me go ahead and show you one of the sets of elemental armor on a male character. I'll just go ahead and use Aragon. So please bear with me a minute while I go ahead and get him outfitted. Again, it's going to look the same, of course, with just the male variant of the armor, but the effects look the same. But that way you can go ahead and see it. Now, I won't be able to move the camera as freely as I did with Lydia, but as you can see, this looks absolutely fantastic on my Dragonborn as well. Again, these armor pieces I think would be a perfect addition really to anybody's mod load order. I love the effects of it and the way it looks there. Now, one thing I did not try to see if I could put these on armor mannequins or not. I might do that a little later on. But in any case, if you're interested in these, download it, give it a try. Thank you to Mod Author KOVAC64 for porting this mod to PlayStation. Thank you to the original mod author that created it. And thank you guys for taking the time to watch this showcase. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin via the Eyes Only Informant Net. Peace out.